Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Malka Grossman and I'm here with Rahel Rokach. She is a clinical psychologist. And Rahel, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for the invitation.
I wanted to know, with all the attacks going on these days, there are of course people who are physically injured, but there are also people who are emotionally injured, people who are suffering from shock. If, God forbid, someone is in an attack and they are suffering from some sort of shock, what are some things they can do at the moment, either for themselves or for others?
Okay, well, I would say, first of all, if you do notice someone at the scene of a traumatic event, if someone is crying or shaking or seems to be out of touch, you look at them and they don't really seem to be focused and don't really seem to be with you, first of all, make physical contact. Put an arm around them. If that's not appropriate, if you're not comfortable with that, hold a hand or put an arm on someone's, put your hand on someone's arm to let them feel human contact. I think that's important at such a moment.
Okay.
You can also talk quietly and reassuringly, say things which are true and which are meaningful, like, you're not alone, I'm here with you.
Okay.
You can point out the others who are also on the scene and aren't going anywhere. You could say the police or ambulances are on the way. I think we can all think that's true and reliable. And there will be help soon. This is helpful to the person, and it's also helpful to you. You're saying these things, you're hearing them yourself, and you're also doing something meaningful, which will definitely be helpful to you. And the point is to keep them connected so that they won't be off in their mind reliving again and again the frightening things that they've just seen. So you also want to try to get them to talk. Tell them your name and ask them theirs. Ask them if they're with someone at the moment. Where were they going before this happened? Where do they live? Do they want to phone somebody now? If you have water with you or candy, offer it. Anything that's somewhat normal. Suggest moving into the shade if that's possible. Anything that brings a person back to the here and now and doesn't leave him alone to be thinking again and again about the terrible sights he's just seen. After a traumatic event, it's natural to be shaky for a day or two. What can you or whoever it is you're concerned about do prophylactic for yourself to bring yourself to feel better and to relax? First of all, be with people you know and like as much as you possibly can. Keep to your normal routine at home and outside. Go to work or to your studies or wherever it was you were supposed to go. Don't sit at home thinking. Make sure you eat and drink enough. Don't neglect your body. Exercise is extremely important at the best of times, and certainly in times when a person is tense and upset. It's extremely important to give your body the opportunity to shake off some of that stress and tension, and also to just feel normal, to do things it normally does, and to be competent. If you normally exercise outside and you're not yet ready to be outside for that, put an exercise program on TV or on the computer or put on music and dance. Preferably if you can get someone to dance with you, that's even better. Stay away from the news on TV and radio. If you feel you must get information, get it from the newspaper or from online headlines. You don't want the visuals that you can see in the news, and you don't want the audio. You don't want to hear other people's stories about what has happened to them. Not at this time. You don't need to add that to your own distress.
At what point should someone decide that they need professional help?
Yeah. You should be feeling better, maybe not 100% back to yourself, but you should be feeling improvement in 1 or 2 days. If someone is agitated and can't calm down after, say, 2 days, or constant anxiety, they should ask for help. There is no benefit in suffering. There is no gain in overcoming it by myself. The sooner it's treated, the better. Just like with a physical condition, the same is true of an emotional condition. And if we're talking long-term about someone for whom the incident was a while back, and they're showing signs of hypervigilance, where they're constantly trying to see what's happening and what's coming next, a lot of tension, including sleep problems and concentration problems. If they are withdrawn socially or apathetic, if they have a lot of sadness, anger, feelings running out of control, guilt or shame, they should get help. Again, there is no profit in waiting it out or suffering it out.
I really appreciate your insight, and I hope that whoever needs help in these situations can learn something from this discussion. So thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.